The 5th Annual Digital Health Hub Foundation Awards seeks to find the most impactful and disruptive digital health companies. Out of 1,500 submissions, only a select few have become quarter-finalists. Let's learn what their superpower is.
What sets us apart is that we are developing a solution in an emerging science of speech-emotion recognition. We are taking deep tech to a care system that has gotten limited attention from innovators. We are exclusively focused on children and adolescents from low-income communities.
And we have built the data infrastructure to collect and scale the collection of clinical voice samples. Our differentiators and zealous attention to the needs of young people separates us from the technologists in this space.
Now, hear in their own words why they should win.
I'm a psychologist by training. Industry-wide, we use very limited objective measurements to track whether someone is getting better. We don't know what we cannot measure. But if you do measure, you have options. The engine of our platform is a voice technology and artificial intelligence. Our algorithm is built upon equal number of African Americans, Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians. There's about 1,500 more biomarkers that could be developed using voice. Biomarkers that will give you a more objective data about where that kid is today and see if the people who are providing services are making a difference. We use voice samples to quantify the severity of the emotional behavioral disorders and give that data back to therapists to impact how they provide services. The goal is to reduce the burden from the therapist. If you ask anybody in mental health and healthcare, the thing that really complicates people's ability to be able to have meaningful jobs has to do with documentation. Therapists spend about 40% of their time in some kind of a documentation process. So the reason we write that note for them using the standard treatment format that payers require is to cut down the amount of time that they're spending on documentation. The primary beneficiary is the patient, the kid that's sitting in front of the therapist. Kids from low-income communities are in trouble. Mental health, especially trauma, disrupts the child's ability to be able to move through their normal developmental processes. So what trauma does is that it affects, it's called the executive functioning, right? The part of the brain that has to do with the kid's ability to be able to participate and negotiate with their environment, controlling their impulses, their frustration. Trauma goes directly after the hippocampus. That has to do with learning and memory. And then the amygdala. That has to do with emotional regulation. The ultimate goal is to improve the quality of life of children and adolescents from low-income communities so they become more productive. We think we can make a significant difference in a sector of the healthcare system that has gotten very little attention from investors and innovators.
Follow their journey as they strive to become a finalist against a very strong field. Join us on October 9th for our grand finale at Health in Las Vegas to witness the winners crowned.